All right. Let's get started. My name's Ed Terranova. I was requested to create this video by some people in our community, specifically Tammy and Gretchen, the two dynamite ladies that I have the fortune to be working with. And they asked me to, at this point in time, kind of go over three of our products that could be a little bit confusing, that could help people understand what they are and whether or not they would want to purchase them. Mediterra is the parent company. Mediterra is Mediterra Holdings. It is currently listed on the NASDAQ, should start trading momentarily, maybe any day now, next couple of weeks, definitely this summer. And once it does, I think our name is going to go around the world. And you're going to see why in what we're bringing to the marketplace. So I'm going to shut off the hide the video and get my mug out of the way. There we go. I suggest that if you're considering this or if you're engaged, go to mediterra.com, check out the management team, look at the board members, do your research, and get all the information. Here are some of the board members. Number one in the upper left-hand corner is Hakan Torian. He is the founder of Mediterra. He's the founder of Miracle Cash and More. He is the idea man behind this entire enterprise, and it started back in 2017. I got involved in 2022 with this company. It was 4 years ago. My friend Ray Vidrio asked me to take a look at it. He said, Ed, can I get 5 minutes to share with you what Micah and I have been doing? Micah is the CEO of Bellator. He was the principal person that engaged with Hawken back then, and now we have an incredible company. About a year ago, Mr. Douglas Anderson became aware of us, wanted to participate and help take us public. He wanted to complete the reverse merger that we did with Mediterra. We were in the process of, and he has. And Douglas has an incredible background. He is the founder and CEO of Wall Street Capital Partners. It is now approaching his 30th year in business. He has contact capital like the gentleman that you're going to look on the lower level, left-hand side, John Bear. John Bear created a little company you might have heard of called Cellular One. It sold off to AT&T for over $1 billion. To his right is Stephen Norris. Stephen Norris was the chief counsel at the Marriott Corporation. He served as the CEO of Marriott for 10 years before he became the idea man and the co-founder of the Carlyle Group. Some of you might recognize that name. It's been around for quite some time, well over 3 decades. And he and David Rubenstein founded that company. Today, it has over $600 billion of assets under management. To his right is Stephen Moore. Stephen Moore has been the economic advisor to the President of the United States. He also was chosen to become the head of the Fed and passed on it and accepted the invitation from Douglas Anderson to be part of this board. So when you look at the context and caliber of these people, if you are entrepreneurial and you have an ounce of entrepreneurial in your blood, you have to be wondering, why are these guys all here? There's got to be something to it. And there is. In fact, last month, we were featured at the stablecoin contract conference in Mexico City. And if you look up top, you see it's sponsored by Bridge Tower Group, Fireblocks, one of the largest custodial companies in the world, Tether, the largest stablecoin company, and Mediterra, that's our company up there. And right there in the center is Hakan Torian. And again, he founded Miracle Cash and More, which when I first heard about it, I heard that they had stores, they had technology, they had ATMs, they had point of sale terminals. And it was the technology that really opened up my eyes, because I knew that eventually crypto is going to be and digital assets are going to become the future. No doubt about it. You know, if you once you reach that, it's kind of like one of my mentors is Michael Saylor. Michael says, people get Bitcoin at the price they deserve. Right? Some people, it takes a long time. People approached me on Bitcoin in 2010, 2011, 2012, and I just didn't understand it. I kept saying no, 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 no. And then in 2016, 2017, a friend of mine was launching a company, and he asked me to become a consultant with the company, and I did. And that's where I really got my eyes opened up to realize, hey, this is the future. So when in 2022, I saw this, I said, wait a second, Ray, if this is what you say it is, I'll jump on a plane tomorrow, come to Cyprus. I did, and I'm here now. That was 4 years ago. Miracle Cash and More, over 20 companies under the helm. And let's just kind of get everything Right. So we all could look at it from a standpoint as, okay, what's going on here? And this little video kind of summarizes the world in which we live in regarding crypto, blockchain, and everything about AI and the future of where we're going. Let's take a look.
The world is changing faster than ever before. Technology is accelerating. Artificial intelligence is no longer the future. It is the reality of today. Companies, industries, and the financial system are being reshaped. But most people are still preparing for this new world with old rules. Old career plans. Old money habits. Old ideas of security. Yet traditional systems are no longer as strong as they once were. The cost of living is rising. The value of money is changing. Markets are becoming more uncertain, and many people are starting to realize that the financial lessons they were taught are no longer enough, because most of us were taught to work for money. But wealth is not built by working alone. Wealth is built by what you own. The things that take money out of your pocket are liabilities. The things that put money into your pocket are assets. People who understand this difference think differently. They do not just chase income. They build systems. They acquire assets. They use time, technology, and strategy to their advantage. Today, change has already begun. The real question is no longer whether the world will change. The real question is whether you are ready for it. This presentation was created to help you understand the new economy, see money differently, and position yourself for the future, because the world has changed. Now it is time to change the way we think.
Okay, so when it comes down to changing the way we think, one of the things that I always like to talk to people about is whether or not they're really at the point in their life where they're open to the idea of making more money. Do they have goals, dreams, and desires to do more, to be more, to have more? And are they willing to spend money to make money? See, if you answered yes to those three questions, if you're open to the idea of making more money, if you have goals, dreams, and desires to do more, be more, have more, and if you're willing to spend money to make money, you're what I consider a qualified person, somebody who would want to see everything you're about to see here today. So miracle real world assets are absolutely part of the future. And you could purchase them one time and get paid on them for a lifetime. So if that sounds of interest, pay close attention to what you're about to see. We're going to take a look at three different real world assets. We're going to, number one, look at Miracle Pay nodes. Then we're going to look at Alpha Pass and AI Suite. And we're going to look at Project X nodes. And by the time we're done, if you actually are looking at this for the first time and your entrepreneurial bells go off, definitely get back with the person that introduced you. Get involved with us. It's nothing to get started. Literally, you could get a website, have your own site for free. Now, I'm not telling you to get started for free. All I'm saying is come in where you fit in. We got some incredible ways to actually create what I can consider a legacy, to create real world assets that are saleable, transferable, and inheritable. And it's a legacy build. For me, that's what it is. So, in the Bible, it says that a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. And if you're of that means, if you're of that nature, if you think like that, you're looking at something that I believe can do that. There's no guarantees. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a retired New York City firefighter. I've been in business my whole life. I owned a video production business, was partners with mom and dad and my sister in a restaurant and catering hall. I've been in direct sales, network marketing for over 36 years, and I have the scars to prove it, but we've also had a lot of successes. So what you're going to look at right now just happens to be the future. It's a real business, real products, real world assets. So first, let's look at Miracle Pay nodes. The best way to look at Miracle Pay nodes is watch a little 1-minute video. This kind of says it all, and then we'll go into a little bit more detail of it.
You've probably heard the saying, if only I were early. Early to Bitcoin, early to Amazon, early to Tesla. Well, here it is again. But this time, it's not about hype. It's about owning the rails of a new financial system. Introducing CPU nodes, digital assets that earn daily from real crypto transactions happening worldwide. Every time someone pays with crypto, in-store or online, a small fee powers the network. And if you own a node, you get paid. These nodes are already paying every single day in a digital currency undervalued today, but set to explode in the months ahead. We've secured contracts with 4 global terminal providers, giving us access to over 100 million active merchants. And we're also integrated with major online retailers, processing billions each month. When even a small percentage of that volume transacts in crypto, node rewards skyrocket. The system is active. Payouts have begun. We're funding our aggressive expansion, not with Wall Street, but with everyday people like you. Together, we're decentralizing wealth by owning the new infrastructure of money. Timing is everything. Own a node now and earn every day for life.
So that's the Miracle Pay nodes. And let's kind of talk about what was mentioned there. Talked about companies that are going to be using crypto as a form of payment. Matter of fact, I believe, and a lot of us do, that this is the future and it's here and it's now. So look at Miracle Pay. Look at the companies that have already contracted with us to be the gateway for cryptocurrency payments. On the left-hand side, upper left, you see Ingenico. Ingenico has over 40 million merchant terminals around the world. They've contracted with us. We're on their website. Miracle Pay is the way that people can pay with crypto. Verifone, another major company. Pax, another major company. Pax has over 100 million terminals. NCR, these are names you should be familiar with. Shopify has contracted with us. Now, what if some of the biggest retailers in the world, what if some of the biggest companies in the world decide to accept crypto as a form of payment? And they will, they all will. And who are they going to pick? Well, we just happen to be out there first with an incredible technology, and that's why they're coming to us. So when Amazon wants to accept crypto, when BMW wants to accept crypto, when Netflix wants to accept crypto, when Booking.com wants to accept crypto, where do you think they're going to go? Chances are they're going to contract with us. And that's who you're looking at right here. This is big, guys. This might be the biggest thing you've ever seen in your life. It is for me, definitively. That's Miracle Pay. So you could own these nodes that pay you every day. And I always like to say, when there's economic change in the marketplace, there are economic winners and there are economic losers. It just depends on what side of the equation you're on. I believe we're on the winning side. I believe we are the winning team and that we have the deal that really could help a lot of people. When you think about miracles, I think about blessings. I think about all the miracles we have in our life. My nephew just had his first baby born yesterday, a miracle. You know, you meet the love of your life, a miracle. You wake up, sun shining, the sky is beautiful, a miracle. We have so many miracles in our life, and it's a blessing. We could offer financial blessing to a lot of people. I believe that's the case. It has been for me, and I believe it will continue, and we could go on. So if you're the type of person like myself, I was fortunate enough to work with a man named Zig Ziglar. And Zig's philosophy is something that has ingrained in me. It's how I operate all of my business. And that is, you could have everything in life you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. It's servant leadership. It's a people helping people. And if you have that type of person where you have a big heart, you're going to want to share this information once you believe it to your core. So we looked at the miracle nodes. Incredible. You buy them one time, you get paid every day for the rest of your life. Alpha Pass, incredible product. We're going to take a look at Alpha Pass. There's a little 1-minute video that kind of spells this out. So you might be the type of person that either doesn't use AI or has just played with it. What we have found nowadays, when we ask this question, how many people have actually used AI? And I was shocked. If I was to do that in the people who are watching this right now, the numbers we're coming back with is over 90% of the people have at least played with it, right? They may not be using it for business, but it is the future. You hear everything about it. You know, it's going down. We have a product that actually could help you be at the forefront and actually make a lot of money with AI. So let's take a look at this.
AI is exploding worldwide, helping people save time, create content, grow businesses, automate tasks, and make life easier every day. But subscribing to multiple AI platforms can quickly cost hundreds of dollars every month. That's why we created the Alpha Pass. For a one-time payment of just $2,100, now discounted from $2,350, you secure a lifetime license to a growing ecosystem of AI tools and services. And here's the game changer. If you choose not to use your Alpha Pass, we'll pay you $90 per month for the usage rights. This is a limited release. Once all Alpha Passes are sold out, they will never be offered again. Secure your Alpha Pass today and position yourself in one of the fastest growing industries in the world.
Now, before we go on from here, I just want to say the thing that really attracted me to Miracle is that the products make you money. Being involved in direct sales network marketing all the years, I became jaded towards it because I knew that most people are not going to make more money than they spend. Most people are going to spend more money than they make. When you have a product that actually generates the income for you and you don't have to be a salesperson and you don't have to be involved in the building, you could just be a passive residual. This is what happens. People buy this stuff and they buy multiples. And that's been my experience. I love it. I'm in fantastic position because I bought into the concept of acquiring assets and having my assets work for me. We're in that position. But there is an area here where if you want to participate in the marketing, there's also a lot of money to be made there. So we're going to take a look at one more video. If you're the type of person that's just interested in passive, ignore the next video I'm going to show you. But if you have a little spark of entrepreneur in you, you might get interested in this component.
AI is
Okay, we got to move to the next slide. There we go. So as you can see in this shot here, it says pay once, own your lifetime AI license, and in year one, it pays $90 per month if you decide to lease it back to the company and not actually use the technology. And in year two, it'll pay $120 a month. Now, I don't know about you, but I know what the banks pay. And when you open up a checking account, there's a phrase that I didn't really grasp and understand. It was called basis points, right? When you look at the actual percentage and you go to the bank, they talk about very little numbers. In fact, they pay you less than 1% on your checking account. They even pay you less than 1% in some banks on your banking account. I mean, it's just ridiculous that with inflation and everything else going on around us, it doesn't even keep track. It's actually not a good investment, if you ask me. And if you want to earn a little bit more, you might tie up your money, put it into a certificate of deposit. You might go into a money market. You might invest in the stock market. And the best of the best brokerage houses, really, over time, they come in around 11% annualized. That's called ARR, annual rate of return. When you figure out what $90 is on a product that you bought for $2,100, it's significant. Do the math. And so we have people that are coming in and buying Alpha Passes just for that reason. It's like when people invest in real estate, right? They're looking to get a positive cash flow, and then it comes down to how many doors can you have? How many apartments can you have? I spoke to a gentleman this week that I've become friends with. He started out in real estate, and he went from owning, tens of properties to hundreds of properties to the point right now where he has over 2,000 properties that he's earning money on, and that's in real estate. This is in technology. This is in AI. This is in the future. And we have the ability to actually profit from it. So here's the video that I mentioned to you. And we'll just fly right through. It's a short video, just 2 minutes. But for those of you that are entrepreneurial, this is a way that a lot of us are earning a decent amount of money here.
MAGIC stands for Make a Grand in Commission. The idea is simple. Most compensation plans require a tremendous amount of effort before someone sees meaningful income. We wanted to create a system where ordinary people can earn their first $1,000 commission quickly and then leverage that success into long-term residual income.
The Bellator Magic Plan is built around the Alpha Pass. Every Alpha Pass sale generates $1,000 in commissions. When you join as an affiliate, you can start building immediately. To become fully qualified to earn the full $1,000 commission, you complete a short training phase where you graduate from being a trainee to becoming a trainer. The fastest and best way to graduate to trainer is to buy one and sell two. Buy one and become a product of the product, sell two, and graduate to trainer. Now you qualify for the Miracle Magic Pay Plan. During training, when you make a sale, you earn $200 and your trainer earns $800. The trainer receives the larger portion because they are helping you make those first sales, training you, supporting your presentations, and guiding you through the process. Once you graduate to trainer, you earn the full $1,000 commission on every Alpha Pass sale you personally make forever. But this is where the magic begins. When you personally enroll someone, they go through the same training process while you earn the $800 trainer commission. Then something even more powerful happens. The people they enroll also enter the same process. Their first two training sales flow upward to the trainer who qualified them. This creates a duplication model where you can earn trainer commissions not only on your personally enrolled members, but also on their first two referrals and their first two referrals continuing through unlimited levels of depth as the organization expands. 1 becomes 2, 2 become 4, 4 become 8, 8 becomes 16, 16 become 32. This creates a powerful multiplication effect where every new person represents not just a single sale, but the potential creation of an entire growing organization beneath them. Now it's your turn to join the system, start the process, and build your own growing organization.
Bellator Life. To your legacy.
So I know for some people that's polarizing, right? For some people they got excited, and for some people like, nah, I don't want anything to do with that stuff. And that's okay. If you're here looking at it strictly from a passive standpoint, how do these assets produce? That's what it's all about. So let's move on. We talked about real world assets. We took a look at the Miracle Pay nodes. We took a look at the Alpha Pass. Now let's look at Project X, because this is happening fast. There is a special promotion going on. I'm not sure how long it's going to last. You might be watching this and it's already expired. But we want you to know what it is and give you the opportunity to be a part of it. So let's jump right in. There's a little 5-minute video here, and I'll kind of set it up. Project X has to do with all of our tokenization projects. We have already tokenized one of the largest oil companies in the world in Africa. The gentleman that you're looking at on the screen are Douglas Anderson and also Edward Zucker. Edward Zucker had come to us and wanted to partner with us. When you see exactly what it entails, it's pretty spectacular. It's a $5 billion project. That oil project in Africa is a $3 billion project. And those just are two of the first projects. We also have a precious metals project coming our way. We are in the real world. Remember I said earlier, write down real world assets, RWA, and tokenization. Tokenization is the future. When the CEO of BlackRock says that in the next 2 or 3 years, the whole stock market will be tokenized, believe it. That's what's happening. And if you see it before the whole world knows about it, if you position yourself in front of the masses before the masses react, you can potentially make a fortune here. So let's take a look at this project so you can understand more about Project X. And the reason why I set all that up is because everybody who buys a Project X NFT, they will forever get a piece of every single tokenized deal. I believe we're going to go from just a handful to dozens to hundreds and to thousands of tokenized companies that utilize the miracle tokenization process to do that. And there's money here. There's big money here. It is phenomenal. Let's take a look.
It's revolution. It's a start of the digitalization. of this planet, its future.
100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100
Let's start Project X.
So this is our project in Redondo Beach, the Eddie Redondo Hotel, which is a Hilton Curio collection, which is just completing construction here by the end of the year, beginning of next year. It has glass elevators that overlook the ocean. It has panoramic views. It has luxury inside and out. It's next door to the Eddie Redondo residences that we've also completed and built. Rooftop deck and lounge.
Look at that.
The views are spectacular. Those are actual views of the Pacific Ocean. As you go, this is the opposite side of the building as you connect the party venues from the third and fourth level.
Oh my God, look at the rooftop.
Cabanas, pool, bar, restaurant that wrap around to meeting spaces and party venues for both entertainment and private events. You'll see in a moment as it goes from everything from common area bathrooms and finishes to stage and entertainment facilities.
And when is this going to be done?
The end of this calendar year, so within the next 6 months. As you walk around with the view, you're still on the roof deck that opens to stage and modular seating, fire pits that all can be relocated for event venues of 300-400 people at a time.
Oh, there
On the roof.
conference room.
Yes, at the roof deck and stuff. So this is the first project of in Redondo Beach for the hotel, which we're rolling out multiple.
Let's recap. We're not only, Mediterra is not only the first to do serious real-world asset tokenization, but they're also the best because we started at the top. We didn't build up to this.
Yeah.
We started at the very top. We took the best assets possible on the planet.
Another beach-oriented Southern California location by the Pacific Ocean. This is Playa del Rey near Marina del Rey. This is a project, this is the ocean in the background. This is one of the 3 properties. You'll watch it scale as it's being conceived and grow.
And all this part of that $5 billion tokenization project.
Look at this.
Right?
Look at this.
This is,
Where it is. I mean,
we
On the sand. That's the sand.
We own this, we own all 3 yellows. This is, again, beach, public access. The triangle property we just looked at is right here across from the park and across from the beach project.
PCH is right up here, right?
Yes, PCH would
So
be.
you know where PCH is at?
Del Rey, right?
I mean, wow.
This is the harbor complex coming out from Marina del Rey with all the boats and yachts.
This is in Orange County.
Orange
right?
County on MacArthur Boulevard by the Newport Beach Freeway 55. Yeah, this is MacArthur Boulevard is a famous street. The 55 freeway, which is the Newport Beach Freeway, a very famous. You can see the ocean, you can see the airport.
It's the most polished property
Orange
the
County.
United States has to offer. I mean, the best.
Orange County, this is just recycling. There's
How many units?
278 units that are being completed now.
And it will have an hotel,
Hotel component adjacent, similar to the
the
Redondo
one in
Beach.
Redondo.
And, that's the good thing about this. We're not talking about conceptual. We're talking about near completion
Yeah.
of brand new assets, the best properties in the country, in the world.
Like you could start going to visit them next year.
This
Yeah.
Will
This
be-
year, Redondo.
Oh yeah, with the Redondo
Well,
at the end of this
the
year.
Redondo
And same with this one.
part is the Redondo part is actually 90%,
Yeah,
80, 89%
80%.
occupied, and the hotel.
And same as this. This is about 80% as well. So it's under construction.
Yes. Fantastic. I mean, it's been a great 3-4 days, and especially apart from business, I would say it's been an honor to meet an humble, very intelligent person, and we've enjoyed every moment of it.
Pleasure.
Pleasure.
Enjoyed being here.
So a lot of you are probably wondering, what does that mean? And this I think was part of the reason why Tammy and Gretchen wanted me to produce this video, is that on these two deals we just talked about, we talked about an oil company called Owando that's in Africa. It's one of the largest in the world. It's a $3 billion tokenization project. This Redondo Beach hotel and the one by Marina Del Rey, it's a $5 billion tokenization product. What does that mean? When something gets tokenized, what it is it's capital raised to build and expand the enterprise. And Mediterra, being partners with these companies, takes a percentage, actually 25% on these two, of which 8% goes to those of us who own the Project X nodes. And there's only 12,000 Project X nodes. We have a special going on right now. I identified these when they first came out a few months ago, and I realized, wait a second, is this for all of the future tokenized projects? And the answer consistently has been yes. So yes, I do like this project X. I like it a lot, and a lot of people do. So we just wanted to give you a clear understanding of that. And here's the packages that are available. These are limited supply. Again, there's only 12,000. Once they're sold out, they're sold out. But if you want one, you could buy one and get one free. You can see right here, the Project X, 1+1. The Project 3+3, buy three, you get three. That's $3,600. Project 5, you buy 5, you get 5, plus you get an additional 1, you get a total of 11 for $6,000. In the Project X 25 plus 25, you get 25 free, plus an additional 7, you get a total of 57 for $30,000. And we wanted to make this clear to everybody. This includes the two projects that we just talked about, but it also includes other projects. We're building an airport in Bucharest, Romania. We have secondary market projects involved with Saudi Arabia. I believe that this will become the future of raising capital for all companies all over the world, and we're the first to bring to market this type of tokenization that people have never seen before. So real exciting stuff that we're a part of. And let's just hear from Douglas Anderson one more time before we bring this call to a close.
I'm with the CEO of Wall Street Capital, Doug Anderson. Doug, welcome back. And I understand you have some news to break.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Wall Street Capital Partners has been around almost 30 years now. And I can't think of a better place and a better person to announce this news to. It's very exciting, a first in our history. But we have opened a new subsidiary, Wall Street Capital Partners Asset Strategies. And this new subsidiary is majority owned by Mediterra Holdings, which is associated with another company, which we know is Miracle Pay and Miracle Chain. Now, what does Miracle Pay, what are they known for? As I've explained before on this program, they are experts and leaders at payment systems for crypto. So using your wallet, paying with your phone, transactionally from POS machines and over the internet. So they're the leaders in that. There's another thing they do. They do tokenization. So they're experts at that. And as you know, we're now focused on tokenizing one of the largest real-world assets in the world, which is an airport in Bucharest. We're working hard at that. But there's another one that may even eclipse that, which is we're going to announce right now. It's very exciting. It's called Tinu token, after the founder of a very strong, probably one of the fastest growing companies in Africa that's very successful, an oil and gas company called Owando, and its founder and chairman and group leader is Wale Tinubu. So Tinubu token. And what this token represents is an African fund. We're tokenizing an African fund that is going to be backed by very substantial real world assets out of Africa. And the first that is going to be inside that fund is we're going to start with $200 million worth of oil reserves from Owando. Mr. Tinubu has decided to move forward on putting those assets into this fund, and it'll be followed by about $1 billion in oil reserves. Now, this will be the first token of its kind by oil reserves, so it's going to make a first there. But then it's also open to other assets, real world assets. And why? Well, it makes sense. Africa is loaded with natural resources that can be brought to bear in that substantial growth market. And Africa is one of the fastest growing markets in the world. It's a $3 trillion asset economy there. And we want to be a part of it. And this new growth platform is, I think, going to lead that future. And it's going to be a tremendous, I think, tremendous growth success for investors as well.
Well, and I've always heard that there's a very young population. They have adapted to digital assets very quickly, maybe because their currencies aren't as stable. And so do you think that this will be beneficial to African markets? Like, how do you see it kind of trickling through to the economy?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and you hit the nail on the head there as part of the growth story, which is the demographics. You know, this is the world's future workforce is there in Africa. The resources are there in Africa. And now we're bringing capital and financing to this through this kind of future finance, tokenization, and this stable coin is going to lead the way. I think it's going to be one of the strongest coins in the blockchain. As you know, Miracle has its own blockchain and its own payment settlement systems. And this also is going to be a huge resource for Africa. Why? Because a lot of Africans have left the continent to work elsewhere, and they're sending money back home to their families. And this is an inefficient way for them to do it. This is an expensive way for them to do it. And now, with this kind of token, they can do it very efficiently, economically much more beneficial to them. It's cheaper for them to send this way. And this kind of token can also be a stabilizing influence on some of the, some of the fiat challenges that some of the African economies have.
Yeah. So how will this happen? And will it be across the whole continent, or will there just be certain countries involved? Or explain the logistics of it.
There's kind of a saying, Wale Tinubu is from Nigeria, and as Nigeria goes, so goes the continent of Africa.
Okay.
And so this is a really good place to start. It's an amazing executive to start with. I think he's probably the most successful and dynamic CEO of Africa. His uncle happens to be the president of Nigeria. So we're starting with an amazing family. And yes, it is a token that will, and a platform, an investment platform that will benefit the entire continent. And there's nothing to say that we can't accept assets from other countries on that continent. We want to help that continent grow. We want to benefit from that growth as investors, and we want to share that and we want the participants to benefit from it as well.
So what's your pitch to investors? This is real credibility. Like, how do you convince them that this is a good place to invest?
Well, in a way, it's kind of like talking about crypto itself in the beginning, trying to explain, hey, this is early, but this is the future and this is what's going to happen. And it did. And those that got in early benefited enormously. I'll tell you, sometimes I participate in conferences and things like this, and humble people come up to me that are very wealthy. and I say, what kind of business are you in? Oh, I own a couple of tow trucks. Tow truck got you this kind of wealth? No, I was an early investor in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I was really disciplined about it. I kept buying it and kept it and held it, and boom, here I am.
It's amazing.
Like, wow. Well, this is the same thing. I mean, you cannot argue with facts, and the facts are Africa is the growth market story. 3 trillion in assets. You cannot ignore that. And it doesn't have a coin like this, a stable coin like this. The world actually doesn't, so this is a first for that as well. And to start with a man like Wale Tinubu, I think is a very positive sign. I mean, he's taken his company, Oando, from nothing to now one of the dominant companies in that continent, very successful and profitable and growing. And he's going to use the proceeds of his earnings on this to grow Oando. So it'll have a multiplying effect.
So what's next then for the coin?
So we're moving quickly with a pilot of, as I said, 200 million. It was a bold move and brave for Wale to step out like that, but this is what we're doing, and we're moving very quickly in getting this going.
Okay. Well, keep us posted on it, which I'm sure you will, Doug.
Definitely. We'll be back to talk about it.
Yeah,
thank you. Great to see you.
Okay, so I think a lot of you got some information there that is worthy of looking closer at what we are doing with Miracle Cash and more, with Mediterra, with Bellator, and just hope that that was something that resonated with a lot of you and can help you to become a part of this community and profit from it. No guarantees, but we have a lot of open-minded people that have decided to become part of this community. And if you already are, congratulations. And if you're about to be, congratulations. I like to leave off with this. Always, always, always remember that the best is yet to come. To God be the glory. Hope to see you again real soon.